Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, we can get started now. Uh, Somebody is there. Let me just accept them. Okay. All right. So in the last sessions, we discussed something about the spirit of cricket. We had some conversations on that, and then we have seen the creases: popping crease, return crease, and the bowling crease. All the three creases. Two are unlimited. One is limited crease. So we have seen those measurements also, and that will be done by the groundsman and their team. And I have shared you one or two videos from the ongoing test match which India won just today. India versus Afghanistan. They were preparing the remarking the creases, not preparing but remarking the creases in the middle of the drinks break or session breaks and all. So whenever required, the umpires can inform them and then get it remarked during these break times. So that is something we have seen already. Okay. So today's session we'll start with law 1 players. We'll be jumping between the laws, not in the same order like 1, 2, 3, 4, but we will sometimes have to go to another law, come back and forth. But for today, let us get started with the players. So in players law, this is important from a point of view of how many players are playing, difference between replacement and substitute, duties of captain, so nomination of these players. These are some 3 or 4 main points which we'll be discussing in the players. That is also important for the exam. So start with first clause, number of players. So a match is played between two sides, each 11 players, one of whom shall be the captain. By agreement, a match may be played between sides of fewer than or more than 11 players, but not more than 11 players may field at any time. If during the match and for whatever reason a side is reduced to fewer than the original number of nominated players, the match will continue as long as it is possible to do so under the laws or any agreements made before the toss. Like you have seen it here, it is very clear that the clause says minimum you can play with 11, less than 11 or more than 11. Anything is okay, but you must have an agreement whether it is 11, less than 11 or more than 11. The main point which the law says is not more than 11 players can field. Not more than 11 players can field. That is the main thing. So this particular clause will have a change in the playing conditions. So this is the law. 1.1 is the law. But when you think of IPL matches or any ICC matches and all, or test match or T20I matches, you may think, sir, they come up with a squad of 15, 16 members, sometimes 20 members if it's a long tour. What happens in that case, how things work and all. So that is a playing conditions. Playing conditions will be slightly different for different leagues. So they may have 15 member squad, 11 playing, 4 are substitutes. Okay, sometimes they say concussion substitute, and different names are given there. But law doesn't recognize any of those things except replacement and substitute. Only thing they say is you can agree to have 11, less than 11, more than 11, but not more than 11 can field at any given point of time. And the match will continue as long as it is possible to do so under the laws. That is the third paragraph, if you see here. That's the third paragraph. So what it means is, in the game, you know that sometimes if a bouncer is bowled or beamers are delivered, sometimes the bowlers may have to be suspended. And if sometimes number of players are getting suspended, maybe eventually we will have a situation where the players are less or there could be some conduct issues. So in such kind of conduct issues and all, players may have to be removed from the match. So the players can also come down. So that's why they say the third paragraph, you can continue to play the game as long as it is possible. But this is just the law. In our playing conditions, it's very clear that we play for 20 overs or 10 or 50, whatever it is, based on the situation. So this is 1.1. Any doubts on 1.1? Number of players.
No, sir.
So in one of my games, it happened long time back. What happened is it was a women's match, small match, women's game. So match started first innings. I think second or third over, we realized there are 12 girls playing now on the field. There are 12 fielders. 12 fielders are there. When we counted, suddenly 12 fielders. So I think it was middle of the over, some 1.3 or 1.4 overs were bowled. Some score was there, some 8 runs or 9 runs, 0 wickets. This was the situation, and we realized there are 12 girls playing there. So if it happens, what will you do in that situation? Any idea?
I think give a penalty runs to batting team.
Okay.
Or
Five
declare it as
penalty runs.
Sorry, say again.
or we can declare it as no ball imprecise.
Declare it as no ball. 5 runs you said awarded to whom? Batting team or bowling team?
Batting team.
Batting team. Okay. Yeah. So in such situations, that was also very new to me. I had no answer there at that time, and nothing was written related to it. Nothing was related to it, even in the playing conditions. Okay. So in the playing conditions, nothing was written. So we had to act on it. So if we just go back in such situations, see, most of the situations which happen in the game, there will be some answer in the law book. 99% of the cases, there will be some answer. Like you give a penalty, you give some, you call it no ball or a dead ball, or you completely restart the match or something. Whatever situation, some law will apply and there will be an answer. But this was a situation where we were completely surprised. Even the law book is very silent what we have to do. But after going through the entire law and after having uh, got some experience from talking to some people, there are few things which are just to be done by common sense. So here they only say that 11 players, but not more than 11 players may field at any point of time. So it doesn't say anything what happens if they play 11, 10, or more than 11 and all those things. In such situation, we just, uh, thought in that situation that it was a completely an umpire's mistake. So normally at the start of the game, start of innings or any break or whatever, umpires have to check with the scorers. First, the scorers are there, everything is ready. We check with our colleagues, they are also ready. Players are all ready, and we also make a count of the players, everybody is there. And in some associations and tournaments, we have to also check the players are all original players. Original players in the sense the right people are being played. Some tournaments are there in few associations. I remember at least in Hyderabad cricket, what they do is they give an ID card to each of the players, and those players are only allowed to play certain divisions: Division 3 player, Division 2 player, Division 1 player, like this. So we have different division players there. Sometimes one division player plays in a different division. They just take their chances and see if they get a chance to play, because the umpires are very, let's say, not so let's say they are lenient, they will not, so they tend to take their chances. So their disciplinary issues are there a lot. So that's why the umpires have to check whether all the players are as per their ID cards. So that system is not there in the law book. That's a playing condition. So here also we have to in general make sure that okay, all the players are there, scorers are ready, everything is ready with respect to systems and all. You get a clearance even from the match referee. Normally they have their walkie talkies, everything is set. The timer will also come 3, 2, 1, 0, and then we start. So here in our situation it was a mistake of the umpire, so umpire didn't notice it. So as soon as you notice that something like this has happened, you identify the 12th player as per the nomination sheet. So normally at the toss, there will be a nomination sheet. In that sheet, 1 to 11, all the respective players' names will be written, their respective batting, bowling, their role of this one, jersey numbers, everything will be written in this particular document, in sheet. So you identify the 12th player or tell the captain to remove the 12th player, and we continue the game as it is. No penalties, no balls. Uh, it was completely missed by the umpire. That's it. So there is nothing written in the law book also or playing condition in such situations. So it's you have to take that responsibility, both the umpires, and make a call on that. So which player to remove? It's the 12th player. You identify who the 12th player is. Tell the captain that see the 12th player. You please remove him. That's it, and we just continue. Sometimes in few matches, what they do, if the captains are there, they'll say, "Sir, you have allowed 12th player for 2 overs in the match. So make sure that you also give us the 12th player for the first 2 overs." They want that favor because we did a mistake. So you can't do two mistakes here. Mistake is done, we have accepted, and we'll move on. That's it. There's another similar law in the law book related to miscounting of the balls in an over. So I don't know if you all remember. I think it happened many times. One India versus Sri Lanka match. I think there was a 5 ball over. Dhoni was playing. I think after 5 balls, the over was called, and the last ball was missed in an international match. I think it's a ODI match. I think long time back, some 10 years back or something. Anybody remembers any match like this where an over was miscounted and only 5 balls were bowled in an over? 5 legal balls.
Not really, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So some situations may happen like that sometimes. So in the law book, it is very clear. If at all an over is miscounted, we will stay with that over as it is, whatever umpire has counted, and we'll continue. Later, if we realize that, oh, we really umpires did a mistake by calling it a 5 ball over or a 7 ball over, we will keep it as it is. We won't adjust it in the next over or the next innings. We just leave it as it is. We will not commit another mistake. That's it. So players sometimes tend to say, "Sir, it's a 5 ball over. So make sure that you also give a 5 ball over in the next innings." No, we can't do. It was an error, genuine error. We assume it is a genuine error. That's it, and we leave it as it is. So that's how the laws and the playing conditions are designed. Not the playing condition, but the law things of all these things. So to an extent, that spirit of cricket, whatever, and yeah, we tend to make mistakes. That also comes in it, a small part of it. So that is 1.1. So I was talking about the nomination. If the 12 players are fielding, the 12th player will be removed. And how do we identify? We normally identify using the nomination of players. This is the second clause. So just before the toss, you will see the captain is walking with one sheet of paper. He has the list of entire playing 11. Let's say India, Afghanistan are playing test match now, next ODI. So they come to the toss at 9 o'clock. Let us say 9:30 match starts. New Chandigarh Stadium. So 9 o'clock, just before 9 o'clock, 8:55 or 8:56, the captain Gill and their captain, both of them will come with one sheet. The match referee will be standing there. As soon as they come close by there, and they are waiting for that 9 o'clock time, so the captains will first exchange these papers. One paper goes to the other captain. Yeah, one paper nomination sheet is given to the match referee, one to the umpires, one to the scorers, one to the media. Like this, everybody gets one copy of each. So 5 copies are prepared, and each copy is given to all these different respective stakeholders. So they know exactly who is in the playing 11. So that information comes to the Hotstar and Star Sports or whatever, all these channels, and they relay it from there immediately in the next 1 minute or so. So the playing 11 is ready. By the time toss is finished, the playing 11 will come on your screens. So that is what happens. So at the toss also the commentators or and all they'll be asking any changes. What is your team like? They'll say 6 batters, 4 bowlers, all those things. One whatever all rounder, things like that. So they'll come up with all their strategies. So all these strategies are done before the toss itself. After the toss, normally you will not see any change in the playing 11. Anybody observed this? After the toss, the playing 11 is not changed. Playing 11, 11, the playing team is not changed. Unless it is a very rare case. Unless it is a very rare case, uh, a change has happened in the history of cricket, it will normally not happen. So everything will be decided by the coach and the captain before itself. 9:30 match starts, so 8:30 they'll inspect the pitch. They'll have a complete idea. Okay, this is looking like a flat track. Let us win the toss and maybe bat first. We'll put a big total and then continue bowling. Whatever, they'll have some strategy. Based on that, they will select their team and they come to the toss. So that is what it says in 1.2. Let us read it. Each captain shall nominate his players in writing to one of the umpires before the toss. No player may be replaced after the nomination without the consent of opposite captain. Any replacement player shall be considered the same player as the nominated player he replaced for the purpose of these laws. A replacement may not bat in an innings in which the nominated player he is replacing has completed his or her innings. Any unserved penalty time warnings or suspensions that apply to the original nominated player will be inherited by his or her replacement. So we have these 5 points here. In all the 5 points, the first thing is in writing, it is given to the umpires who are the people who are playing. In social media, you can see one list will be given, and the coach or the manager will sign it off. The date and everything will be written, this match, and all the details will be written there. Once it is signed and given off, it is final and we can't change it. After the toss, now suddenly you have changed your mind, you can't change it unless there is a consent of the opposing captain. That is the second point. No player may be replaced after the nomination without the consent of opposing captain. This is the second point. If you see, if let us say after the toss, India's Gill will go to the dressing room and they are getting ready, and maybe they are practicing. In the practice, before the game starts, let's say they are doing some small practice sessions and something. In that practice session, let us say one of their batsmen or the bowler gets injured. Okay, so let us say the bowler. One bowler, he made a debut in this test match, India Afghanistan. Anybody remembers the name? The India Afghanistan test match, left arm orthodox spinner. He got the highest wickets in the ongoing test match.
Manav Sutar.
Yeah, Manav
Yep.
Sutar. So Manav Sutar's debut match. Let us say he's practicing. After the toss, he is doing some bowling practice for few minutes. And suddenly, let's say he gets injured. Something happens to him. Is like leg gets ankle issues or something like that. He twisted his ankle. Some issues have happened. So immediately, the physiotherapy or something goes on. So then they decide that some issue is there. We have to take care. Now, Gill, what he can do is he has two options. Ask the opposite captain, okay, I want to replace Manav Sutar with some other bowler or some other batter, whatever of his choice. So, if the opposite captain says, okay, fine, you can do it, it means the opposite captain is completely okay, and this process is called replacement player. So, a replacement player can take part completely in the match. Don't get confused with concussion replacement or like to like replacements and all. Some names are there like this in ICC tournaments. They are in the playing regulations. Don't get confused. There are some controversies also, like to like replacements. Uh, the referee gave some permission and then India got an advantage. Like this, lot of things you might have heard, but don't get confused with that. But if the opposite captain says, okay, fine, no problem, Manav Sutar can be replaced with some other fellow, you can do it. Technically, in law, it is possible. If the opposite captain says, no, 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 he's very grumpy, he says, no, not possible, let him play, we won't allow, then you can just get a substitute. Only substitute is possible. What a substitute will do, he'll just do fielding. A substitute normally does fielding. Can a substitute do wicket keeping? Is it possible?
No, sir. Only fielding you can do.
Is keeping considered as fielding?
Believe no, sir.
Okay.
Sir, once Virat Kohli did keeping, sir, behalf of Dhoni. Yeah, yeah, he can do.
That's part of playing 11.
Yeah, yeah, correct,
Yeah.
correct.
So, yeah, normally whoever is in the playing 11, they can all do everything like batting, bowling, keeping. So keeper can also change. Dhoni can go and sit. Let's say Bumrah can do keeping. Somebody else can do keeping. No issues. Even a substitute can also do keeping. So this part got changed in the last 4 or 5 years. Before these 4 5 years, substitutes were not allowed to do keeping. Keeping was considered as a specialist role. It was not allowed previously, but now substitutes can do everything. Everything in the sense keeping, fielding, any type of fielding, including keeping. So substitutes do only fielding work, but replacements can do everything: batting, bowling, and fielding, of course. So all these three things can be done. That's the main difference. So in case Manav Sutar is injured and other captain says, okay, fine, Afghanistan captain says, okay, please change, it can be changed immediately. That is given there in the logbook. So 3 points, the next 3 points also talk about the same. So it is just replaced, and this replacement can happen anytime in the match. It can happen at the starting, in the after 10th over or 15th over, or even at the second innings, third, fourth innings, whatever it is. Anytime it can happen, only with the permission of the opposite captain, or else the substitutes will go on. If by chance India has already played, let us say Manav Sutar has bowled nicely in the first innings, he got 6 wickets or something. I think he got 6 wickets, I feel. Yeah, first innings.
The first innings, yes, sir, 6 wickets, and second
Yeah,
innings 1 wicket.
1 wicket. Yeah. So after first innings, he gets injured somewhere, day two or day three. He gets injured again, and doctor says no, he can't play. He needs some rest. We will see later. Then also the captain can go and ask for replacement. And if the Afghan captain says okay, fine, Manav Sutar can be replaced with some other person as per their choice. So the law is very silent. Like to like replacements and all, they don't discuss here. Only it's the playing condition. Remember that. So if it is replaced, so now uh, the new person who comes, he can do batting, bowling, and whatever. So in fact, so he cannot. So his stats will also be similar to. And what I mean to say is, whatever Manav Sutar had, for example, he had some warnings or beamer issues or something like that. All those similar things will apply to this new player who got replaced. Okay, so he's like a carbon copy. He's like a carbon copy. Whatever warnings or suspensions or anything that Manav Sutar would have got, or he would have like scored or done anything, all
Oh,
those same stats will apply to this particular player. So technically, that is what happens in the this one. Stats are different. Don't confuse with stats. It will be considered as a completely different thing. If you see in ESPN, two players have played the match and they have a credit of one match to their entire career and all. But from a law point of view, from an umpiring point of view, whatever warnings, permissions, and everything were given to Manasuta, same would have applied to this new player. That is what it is saying in the last point. Any unserved penalty time, warnings, suspensions that apply to original nominated player will be inherited by his or her replacement. Inherited in the sense the same thing will be present for the new player. That is what it says. So just remember the small replacement player, which is very important in this entire nomination. Any doubt here? 1.2.
Sir, if the opposite captain does not give permission for
Yeah.
replacement, the what you shown, sir, that substitute fielder can do fielding, keeping, and batting, bowling also, sir.
No, no, no. Only fielding and keeping. That's it. Keeping is also part of fielding now. So only fielding allowed, no batting, no bowling.
Okay. Okay.
If the permission is not given, in that case only I'm talking about that.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
This
Understood.
means the batting team should only play with 9 wickets with the
Correct,
substitute.
correct, correct, correct. So
Okay,
after 9 wickets, that's it.
the innings is over. Then.
Over,
Innings.
over.
Got it, sir.
If my memory serves me correctly, there was one match, I think. Yeah, England. Was it England or South Africa? I can't remember. England versus India or something like that. One player, he came with his elbow attached to everything. I mean, his elbow was, he had some issues with his arm or
Yeah,
something.
it was Chris
Yes,
Woakes.
sir. Mark
Chris
Wood,
Woakes.
Chris Woakes.
Where was that game? Anybody remembers?
Lords
Lords,
at the
Lords,
Lords.
England.
Ashes.
Okay, okay. Ashes, no? Australia, England. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, last wicket he comes, right? If you all remember, he comes there. He
Yes, sir.
plays some balls and then he leaves. So he's a completely injured player. But yeah, it's in some situation like that. If the player is not even ready to walk or some issues are there, then we will just end the innings. So that's it. 9 wickets only, and they are considered. There are two terms used: retired out, retired not out. Once we go to that law, we will discuss retired out, retired not out, those things.
Lecture.
Sir, I
All
have
right.
one more doubt.
Yeah,
So let's say in the first innings, a batsman is batting and he gets hit on the head, and
correct.
so
Okay.
he won't continue his inning in that inning. So can a concussion substitute play bat in that same inning?
Umpiring.
So he gets head injured on the head, so he's replaced. You're saying,
Yeah, he's being replaced, but can he continue the same innings?
okay. So he's not out in this case. He's only injured, and if he's replaced, yes, he can continue. But if at all he got out in this case, the ball hit him on the head, and immediately, let us say, he fell on the stumps, and hit wicket happened. So he's out, and now he's getting replaced. The person who got replaced is also considered as out. He cannot play again in that innings. But in your case, since he's not out, he can bat. No issues. The new player can bat.
In the same innings, right?
Same innings, yes.
Okay.
Can a concussion player do a bowling as well?
Concussion player.
Yeah, substitute.
Substitute persons can only do fielding. No batting, no bowling.
No, no, now you said that the
Yeah.
person can, if someone got concussion, they can have a replacement batter.
Yeah. So replacement batter is possible. In
Yeah.
case of bowling, let us say uh, one day match is going on. One day match, each bowler can bowl 10 overs. Now let us say 9.2 balls. One bowler is bowling. Bumrah is bowling 9.2. He slipped. Something happened to his ankle, and now he's gone outside. Doctor said no, he can't play. So now let us say Bumrah is replaced with some other person. New player only has come. He can bowl only those 4 balls. That's it. He can't do the entire 9 overs. Again 9.2. Got it?
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
And
like
so,
this, yeah. Tell me.
uh, player once replaced.
Yes.
So, like in this case, like Bumrah, he might bowl just 5 overs, and
Mm.
he was like having this ankle pain or something.
Mm.
So he got replaced by Siraj or something. So
Okay.
Siraj bowled 4 overs, and then
Yeah.
Bumrah was feeling fine at that point of time. Can he come back and
Okay.
bowl that another 1 over?
No, no,
Replace Siraj?
no. That is not possible.
Once
Only
the
the
player replaced, he will
yes.
be permanently out of that
Correct.
day. Okay.
100% correct. Yeah.
Hmm. So he can't come back again.
Hmm?
Got it.
Correct. Yes. He cannot come back. Replacement is
माइक
done.
चालू
That's it.
केला की होतं ना
But in a substitute, he
Mic
can
बंद
come back.
कर देना था.
Yeah, substitutes can come back any number of times. You will feel like, okay, I want to go and sleep. Okay, go and sleep. Substitute will come. The other person wants to drink water, a substitute can come. So substitute can come and go. They can change multiple number of times, especially in test match, 5 days. It is very hot in Chandigarh, 40-45 degrees Celsius. So multiple substitutes will keep on coming and going. It's fine. But replacements only once.
तेव्हा
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So once this kind of a situation happened, again in a match between Australia and England, I think. It's a test match, old test match, maybe 15 years or 18 years back, early 2000s.
Bangalore, Kerala.
Ricky Ponting was the captain. The bowler was McGrath. Toss happened. Australia won the toss. They wanted to bowl. Test match. I think test match, if I remember correctly. McGrath was injured in this break during that 30 minutes from toss to start of the innings. 30 minutes. They were doing some small light practice. In that, McGrath got injured and completely he was down. So doctor said you have to wait and what to do. Then Ricky Ponting replaced him with the permission of the opposite captain. I think Michael Vaughan was the captain. So this happened in one of those matches in early 2000s. I read somewhere in some literature. Yeah. So this was an instance of this.
Sir, for only replacement, you have to ask opposite captain, not substitution umpire, sir.
Yeah, as per law, it is the opposite captain only. But when we come to playing conditions and all, and if it is a big match, normally all these things will happen through match referee. So that is just a protocol. In big matches, everything happens through match referee. There is like to like replacement. Sometimes during COVID, they used to say COVID replacement, and this concussion substitutes, like that. Different names are there. We are not going there. It is only related to playing conditions, and all those things will happen through match referee. Umpires and match referees there. Right. So we'll continue with 1.3 captain. As you know, the 11 people. In that 11, one captain is there and there is one deputy. Deputy means our vice captain. Normally, we say vice captain, vice captain. Here in the law, they say deputy. So if at any time the captain is not available, a deputy shall act for him or her. If a captain is not available to nominate the players, then any person associated with that team may act as his deputy to do so. At any time after the nomination of the players, only a nominated player can act as deputy in discharging the duties and responsibility of the captain as stated in these laws, including at the toss. So, the 11 in the team, one captain is there. You have to know the captain, his name, details, and everything. Because any issues are there related to the game, you will only go and catch that captain. Captain Gill, come here. I have to discuss some matter. You discuss the matter with him. So you should be having some rapport with that particular captain, know him, where he's standing, what is his job, how is he handling team. So that is something you should be aware of as an umpire. So captain starts, his duty starts all the way from the toss. In local matches, normally what happens, the teams will come very late. Let us say match is starting at 8 o'clock. The team will not arrive till 7:45, 7:50. Sometimes they will arrive at 8 o'clock or even after 8, 8:15. In local games, it happens. I'm not talking big matches and all. So in local matches, if such thing like that happens, they are all coming by, let's say some are coming bikes, cars and all. One car is full of, let's say 4 or 5 people. Another car may have come, the other car is coming late. So in local tournaments, what they say, anybody if it is present from the team, that particular person can come, give the nomination sheet and get the toss started. So the law has given that provision. In 1.3, it's written in the second point. So anybody from the team, it could be playing 11 or even somebody associated with the team can give all the details and at least get the toss started. That facility is there in the law book. So that is the second point. Any person associated with that team may act as his or her deputy and get these things started. So once the match starts, of course, the players should all be present. Now, what happens? The time, let us say you give 8 o'clock time. Toss is done, everything is done. You are supposed to bowl the first ball. Players are missing. I don't know. How do you do with your local cricket? I think one of you has played corporate cricket and some of you are playing friendly cricket. Let us say one of your players are not coming on time, but it is his time to bat or bowl. Mostly batting, let us say. What you have done in these cases? Any examples that you can share?
I mean,
Sir,
we'll send the person who is ready available right now because he is not available yet. So,
Okay.
and once the wicket is down, so he could go ahead and start batting. That is what
Okay.
we do.
Okay. Yeah. So at lower levels, you all do some kind of adjustment and management like that. Some small adjustments will be done. They'll say, okay, we'll wait and start the match delayed. Or if the organizer is very strict, he will say, no, we will
Hmm?
cancel this, or you have to play only
Huh?
18 overs. Rules will be created as you keep on going.
ఇక్కడ
So
చేతిలో
in
ఒక
these kind of situations, that is where the playing conditions come into picture. At higher levels, this is a very, very rare
साढ़े
case.
आठ
The
साढ़े
rarest of
बारह
the rare case, everybody is there
हम्म
on time.
एक
Nothing
एक डेढ़
happens
तास
in such
उसको
situations. But
एक
at
डेढ़
maybe
तास
some other club level and all, this may happen. That's when playing conditions will come.
का
So they will tell if a player, let's say in Hyderabad cricket, there was a playing condition, and even in Bangalore, I remember, if a player comes late
हम्म
by 15 minutes after the match starts,
वीडियोस म्हणजे
that player cannot participate in the game. So that
వస్తుంది
particular player cannot participate. That's it.
सहा
In
महिने
one of the conditions, I remember, if a player is coming late and there is a genuine reason with some certificates and all, he can we can wait till half an hour. Post half an hour, we can't give him any chance. So such kind of conditions can be
हम्म
written. So that is a playing condition.
काय
So
रे
this law is heavily
होईल
dependent on
शकतो ना
playing conditions. So don't get confused. If you see some different rule in some different
मोबाईल पण होऊ
district
शकतो
or state,
हे आपल्या
maybe it is
तोंड
their
बिन दाखवायचं
local
नाही
rules which are created and your seniors may you may discuss with them. So that is all up to you. And in some matches, in some tournaments, they will say a minimum of 9 players should be present at least during the toss time. If at toss time 9 people are not present, then the match is automatically awarded to the opposite team if they are present. So such rules can also be formulated. That is a playing condition. So all these things are dependent on that playing conditions. From a law point of view, it is open. Why it is open? Because the game is played differently in different places. We will not get the exact same conditions and same things everywhere in the world. We have to bend sometimes the rules to ensure that cricket grows. So for the growth of cricket in mind, in certain associations and countries, they may want to be lenient with such cases. Okay, so that is one thing. So at the time of toss, anybody can be present from the team if the captain is not there. These days in WhatsApp only, they'll send one playing list and say this is the list. So you can show that. Normally, the scoring and all will be done in an app. The app details, everything will be set up. So that's how it is done. But at international level, never expect these kind of things unless you might have heard in some big stadiums. Sometimes there is a traffic jam on the way. I think I heard it in once in Bangladesh, once in Pakistan. I think teams were planning to go to the stadium, but they were stuck in some traffic jam. Their bus was struck. So the match itself was delayed by some half an hour or 1 hour, something like that. Anybody heard that?
श्रीलंका आणि इंडिया टीमची काय मॅच होती काय
So
कधी
आज
I think this was somewhere in maybe Lahore, I think
हम्म
Lahore, Pakistan, and once in maybe Dhaka, something like this. I heard it happened to one of the matches. You can just Google and see. That is one case. So the entire match itself Or in one match, I think the umpire's car or something was struck up. The umpires were not present. Everybody else reached, but the umpire's convoy or the car got struck up in some traffic. So they got delayed, and then it was also delayed. Something like this also happened. So you can have a look.
काय करायला
So all those extraordinary
कोणाला
situations in international matches, they will just ensure that we wait till everybody's ready. But it's a rare case, once in maybe 1,000 games or something.
उद्या आहे मॅच उद्या
So, what is the responsibility of captains finally? The captains are responsible at all times for
दिसत तर
ensuring the
नाही
play is conducted within the spirit of cricket as well as within the laws. The preamble, the spirit of cricket and law. 41.1. This is one common fill in the blanks question. Who are responsible or the dash are responsible at all times? So, it is the captains. They are the main people who will ensure there is a proper culture in the team. It's like your manager, not a manager, but a leader. He's the leader. So he leads the team. He knows what is right, what is
एक
wrong, how
दिवस
to
तरी सुट्टी असते मध्ये
conduct his players also. So we were discussing this in
हम्म?
the first class. I think
सकाळी
Rahane with India Afghanistan first test match when they got their test match status.
म्हणजे
And
दुसरा
in
ॲप आहे ना
one
झी वर आहे झी
situation,
फाय
Rahane asked, I
झी
think
फाय वर आहे
Jaiswal, no, to go out of the field in Ranji match.
Yes, sir.
So
दिसांना
such kind of examples,
पैसे भरून दिसत
everything is related to spirit of cricket. A captain is responsible. If the captain himself is little crooked person, then the team will also try to follow him and they'll have their own ways
9
of dealing.
11 15
So
17
he's the main person to ensure all these rules and regulations are applied. Done. Any doubts here? These points
हम्म?
1, 2, 3, 4.
ऑस्ट्रेलियाचं काय ऑस्ट्रेलियाचं तर मॅच त्याला सांगितलं
No, sir.
No doubts. Yeah. So mainly from that first law, think of the players, nomination, substitute, replacement, captain's responsibility. These are the main things. So if we are aware of all those things, the team which ensures that all the scores are kept is called the scoring team. Even scorers have opportunities in association. So every match requires at least one minimum scorer. He will do either app scoring or manual scoring. Both can be done also in few matches. In big matches, two scorers are present. So two scorers shall be appointed to record all the runs scored, all the wickets taken, and wherever appropriate, number of overs bowled. So this is 3.1 appointment of scorers. So they record all the runs scored, wickets taken, and appropriate number of overs bowled. The main job is to ensure all these three things are done. But scoring itself is a course by itself, in the sense there are people who do dedicatedly for scoring. So they have their big sheets and they record all smaller things also, like which ball, what has happened, what is the outcome, leg buys. There are symbols for leg buys, wide, and all. At what time he has entered, what time he has left the batters, any warnings given, suspensions. All those things are also noted by certain scorers if they are trained in it. So training is given to scorers set by association people. So if you are interested, you can also get into this scoring line that is also present. But these days, most of it is now converted into software. All the ICC matches are done in a software. Immediately, it gets processed, sent to the cloud, and then we get the data immediately. And analytics are also done at the back end. A lot of things are done, mostly using software. The apps are there in the market, app stores, and everywhere. This Play Store, you will get different apps, Crick Heroes, Crick HQ, Crick Info, and many things are there. Crickin. So they have their own calculators, DLS calculators in it. So immediately the people put in their details, names, profiles, everything come up there. So sometimes in a match, one manual scorer is present, one normal app scorer is present, one who's doing it. Traditionally what happened is one home team and away team are present. So home team will give one scorer, the away team will give one scorer. Same thing would happen with umpires also. One home umpire and one away umpire would have umpired the match. Traditionally, that is what used to happen. So that umpiring thing of home and away got changed to neutral umpiring eventually. Anybody knows which person was which captain was responsible for that change? Neutral umpiring. The concept of neutral umpiring. If you go and see previous old matches, maybe 80s and all, one umpire from the home team, one from the away team. If let's say India West Indies are playing, one West Indies umpire will be there, one Indian umpire normally would have been there. But now you will see West Indies India will not be done by India West Indies umpires. Some Australian person will come, some England or some Sri Lankan, something like this. It's a neutral umpiring.
So I think Inzama Mulak started it.
From their country, Imran Khan, their ex prime minister.
Okay.
So Pakistan's fast bowler Imran Khan, and from that time, because Pakistan was involved, mostly any teams touring Pakistan and all, always some controversy or the other used to happen. Their umpires again were involved in multiple controversies, so players started not trusting them. They were thinking, "Nahi yaar, ye something happened to him. He has taken money. Some corruption has happened." So decisions are in favor of this, that, and all. So eventually, Imran Khan, and during that time, 91, 92, 93, this period, he wanted to change the system and was in support of neutral umpiring, and then spoke with ICC and all. And then they finally came up with this ICC. So even this match, India Afghanistan, the umpires were from England and Bangladesh. During COVID time, there was a small change in that. So the local umpires were given the chances since traveling was restricted and all. So during that time, all the local umpires were umpiring test matches, but not anymore. Uh, T20I matches, home board only is doing that. T20I matches, home board is doing it. So it's all about management at this level. So how logistics work and all, it's all done by ICC. Yeah. So we just moved away from umpiring and this bit of scoring and all also. So scoring normally two scorers, one manual and one of app based. The next is with respect to correctness of score. So the scorers will ensure that they will take all the signals from the umpire. So the umpire will signal by or a short run or completion of an over. They have to just obey. The scorers will obey. In few situations, if the scorer feels something is wrong, maybe one ball is missing, something like that, he can alert the umpires. That is possible if you have very close rapport and you know everything, and you are also watching the game. But the scorer cannot say, no, umpire, that's not a white ball. It's a legal ball. Please change. The scorers cannot do anything like that. Whatever umpire has signaled, you have to accept. If it's wide, wide, no ball, no ball. We are not contesting that. He has to just add one run. That's it. Free hit. And if the umpire says it's run out, not stumping. Okay, not stumping. So they will acknowledge all the signals. The third point says the scorer shall accept all the instructions and signals given to them by the umpires and shall immediately acknowledge and each separate signal. All the signals are acknowledged and they are accepted, nothing to be changed. And if at all there is small changes done, sometimes an umpire may have forgotten to give one run or one wide or something might be missing. Maybe he has written in his small book and he wants to update it. At the interval break, he can go and talk to the scorer and get it changed. The changes can be done. So everything can be done only with the instruction of an umpire. The scorer is just checking that everything tallies properly. That's it. So as per second point, the scorer shall frequently check to ensure that their records agree. They shall agree with the umpires at least at every interval other than drinks interval. At the conclusion of the match, the runs scored, the wickets that have been fallen, and wherever appropriate, the number of overs bowled. So normally during this lunch break, tea break, when the umpires are going, they'll go have a word with the scorers and they say, okay, the score is 135 for 35 overs. I have three bowlers. The first bowler bowled 8 overs, the next bowler 10 overs, the other bowler 4 overs. Everything matches. So they'll check only the basics. They are not getting into how many wides, no balls, and all. If at all they have some important thing like, okay, this is not run out, it is stumping, please change, they will change it. In local matches, since we don't have walkie talkies and all the radio and all, they may have to do it in the drinks break or just ask them to come immediately and get it rectified immediately. But at international level, everything is done through this radio. They have three channels, one to the scorers, one to the match referee, one between the umpires. So in that channel, they'll just say, okay, Manav Sutar got this wicket and it is LBW, not a catch. Change it to LBW, something like that. So all these things will be updated immediately on the go so that it is not delayed and everybody knows everything immediately. So this is the role of scorer. So if you want to also do some scoring part, that is also one opportunity in most of the associations for these games. So each game will require one or two scorers and they are required at the higher levels. And if you get to maybe travel to Australia or England and in these big match stadiums, especially Melbourne, Lords, Oval and all, people and the audience will be sitting and scoring. Anybody had some experience like that? They'll be scoring, sitting there. They'll be selling those sheets also. So yeah, you might have seen some videos. Some influencers are sharing it in Insta these days. Uh, Especially Lords match. For a Lords match, day one of a test match, day two, day three, of course, all the days, the tickets are sold out. For day one, they have a members stand. Anybody saw some videos in Insta or somewhere? Those members will be running, rushing to go and sit there first. So they'll be normally wearing those ties and all, sitting in that under that balcony there in that famous balcony, and they are the people who are very old guys, 60, 65, 70 years old. So they'll be sitting there, and most of them will be doing the scoring thing. So that is for just time pass. I'm just saying that they'll be doing it for time pass, but that's their commitment for test matches and all. Right. So that is law three, the scorers. So today I wanted to discuss one and three, law one and three. If you have any doubts,
Yeah, a
we can
small question.
discuss. Yeah,
Uh, what if an umpire is calling off the over for a 5 ball over? Well, the bowler
correct.
bowled just 5 balls, so he's about to call off the over like as it's a 6 ball. So can a scorer correct the umpire at that point of time, confirming that is he just bowled 5 balls, so there's one more ball left? Can he correct it right away?
Yeah, yeah. So it completely depends on the like what is the rapport between the umpire and the scorers. So if it is sometimes the scorers may also miss. So the scorer is watching somewhere here and there, the one ball is already bowled, and you will be wondering, hey, did something happen? And then there's loss of concentration and all. So it is completely an agreement between both of them. If normally the umpire is at a higher level and the scorers are at lower level, that's how we see things like. So the umpire calling it over is normally considered as over, and we'll consider that the scorer might have missed it. But it is all up to you. If you believe, trust him that yes, and you have a doubt yourself, no problem in just coordinating immediately, either way, either through him or her. It's all your understanding. And of course, don't miss that six ball. Very important in crucial matches. Something wrong can happen. So immediately, no ego issues. Immediately, somebody can contact and say, okay, okay, this is the situation. Sixth ball is missing. Okay, let's do the sixth ball. It can be done. So that can be done easily.
Got it.
Sir Manoj, mostly to avoid such kind of error, both the umpires tally after 3 to 4 balls, so that kind of error should be avoided.
Correct. So normally, the one of the umpires, law number two, when we go there, we will see that umpire should not do such errors. So we have some instruments like a ball tracker, ball counter, and all. So we should keep a track of it using that. And also after 3 balls or 4 balls, immediately check with your colleague that okay, 2 balls are remaining or 3 balls are remaining. Sometimes even after a extra ball, let us say no ball or a white ball, there can be some confusion. You will be thinking, oh, how many balls are remaining? I'm not sure. So at that time, if you're not sure, check immediately with scorer or your colleague first. And then if any doubt again, check with the scorer. So make sure that you use all these facilities and six balls are properly bowled. It's just proper six balls. But I'm sure if you're
Yes,
losing your
sir.
focus, there are times when I also missed multiple number of times. I'm also confused. Hey, one ball is over or three balls. And if you ask the bowler, it also depends. The bowler may say something and you may accept it or not accept it. Multiple things can happen. So always check with your colleague first.
Correct, sir.
If not, next go to the scorer and make sure that
Correct.
all six balls are bowled. Yeah, I have seen in multiple times in international level matches in the last 5 years only, three or four matches I have seen. Even with so much of support system, they have missed many balls. Many balls were missed at many levels. So that used to have a problem with even Dream 11. Dream 11 when it was involved, now it is banned. People used to wonder what happened to that ball and all, and they used to say, "Oh, it's a controversy, match fixing, this, that, and all." It's an umpiring error. Many tournaments which were played during the Dream 11 time, I have myself seen that a number of balls were missed. So make sure the umpires level, it should not happen. If by chance you have any doubt, immediately contact scorer. Just ask, hey, how many balls are there? He'll say one ball. Okay, then take it. But don't blindly trust the bowling team or the batting team. The batting team, bowling team at gully level, they'll say, Arey, yaar, first ball four tha, next ball six, two, three, do ball baki hai. He'll give up with some count. Immediately they will say that. Better don't go to that level because if they'll start taking advantage. So better contact your colleague, next the scorer. Worst case, the players. Last option. Okay, Gautam, fine. Anything else? Anybody, anything else?
So, sir, I mean, in the nomination
Mm.
sheet, it will be clear that he's a captain of our team and all. So, should we also mention the vice captain or the deputy captain then and there on the sheet, or because as per the law, any person who is available can act as a deputy on behalf of the captain. So, should we need to mention it prior while giving
Yeah.
handing over the nomination sheet, or can anyone be a vice captain
As
as
per
per
the
the
law,
FAQ?
yeah, as per law, no requirement to nominate a vice captain. It is not required, but only at ICC level matches they say mention the captain, wicket keeper, and the vice captain. So they ask these three things. So you can just mention it there. And even that vice captain or the captain can be changed as the match progresses. So whenever that particular person is injured or he wants to leave out, he will just inform the umpire and say, okay, if Gill is going out, he'll say, okay, I'm leaving. Now the captain is KL Rahul. So he's my in charge for a while. So if Gill is leaving, KL Rahul can be made in charge for a while. Or immediately no, he'll say, no, 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 KL Rahul is not doing. I'm giving it to Yashasvi. Okay, Yashasvi, you do it. So as per law, only the captain is required. But in ICC level, they ask you at three: keeper, the captain, and vice captain. And the vice captain, he need not be the same person. That person can also be changed. Only thing is to the umpire, they have to just inform before anything happens, so that the umpire knows who is it and whom to discuss and talk with.
Got it, sir.
All right.
And sir, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Are there any scenarios like because it is the responsibility of the captain to make sure the play is fair. If there if there is any the, the loss of spirit of cricket on the field, then along with the player, also the captain has received a penalty or the punishment from the umpire. because it is a responsibility
Ah,
of the captain to take care of their players, not to be too aggressive or not to appeal too much or something. So along with the player, are there any situations where umpire has like found the captain as a guilty and punished them as
y-
well?
yeah. So uh, I can't think of some scenarios like that, but in the law there is a provision like what to do in such cases. Like if you see my screen now, in law 42 if we go, captain refusing to remove a player from the field.
Okay.
42.6. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Captain refusing to remove a player from the field. So when we go to law 42, we will see what happens in such situations. But the law book says something about it that I don't know. You are asking me some examples, right? If it has happened.
Right. Just in case, like if it is ever
Mm.
happened, because it is a responsibility of the captain to take care of the team. So what if someone went too far, like where he broke the spirit of cricket? So along with him, did umpire also punish the captain as well?
One thing that comes to my mind is okay. The first thing that comes to my mind is this one, 42.6. What does the law say in such cases? The next thing is if anybody remembers, it's an old match again in England Oval. Inzamam was captain for Pakistan. It was England Pakistan test match where one controversy happened with ball tampering. Anybody remembers that?
When I remember, Arjuna Raval refused to remove Butaya Muli and take the team off field against Australia.
Against Australia or England? England, no? England versus Pakistan, that match?
No, no, that is the cricket for India, but I am telling one more incident. Arjuna Ranatunga refused to
Yes, yes.
remove Mutaya Muralidharan,
Correct, 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 correct.
one day game. Yeah. So
Correct, correct.
the
Yeah.
bowling action, they are saying no ball. One incident was that.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, this also happened, right? This incident I remember. So there are two incidents now that comes to me. First one is Inzama Mulhaq was the captain 2005 or 4. This happened in England. The umpire wanted to change the match ball because the umpire thought there was some ball tampering done by the Pakistani players. So he had given, I think, no warnings or something. If I remember correctly, no warnings were given. Immediately, what he did is he awarded 5 runs to the team, England, and changed the match ball. So this incident happened and it was tea break. Inzamam was captain. He was very upset why the umpire has done that. He started thinking it is some kind of bias towards Pakistani team. So he didn't allow the team to come out after the tea break. So next 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, the entire team was just sitting in the dressing room. Everybody were waiting. Batsmen were there, umpires were there. Nobody was coming out. So the match halted like that. Then this led to a case. ICC did some back end things and all. Finally, verdict had come out. You can see it in YouTube. I won't. I I will just leave it to you. You can see in YouTube. There's a small documentary.
Yes.
That is one thing. The other one is this one. I think if you all remember, if some of you remember, Muttaya Muralidharan, famous spin bowler, he was bowling that. So the action, suspect action, and Ranatunga in support of him. If somebody has watched that movie, 500, what was the 600, 700, whatever it is. One, so that that movie was also, they showed a bit. So in that
800.
800, okay, 800. So in that also, since the bowling action was something weird, the umpire started calling it no ball, no ball, and then in support or solidarity of his bowling, he asked the entire team to walk away. So that was one case.
Got it, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So at that time, all these laws were not there. 42.6, all these things were not present at that point of time. People would do whatever they want. They felt emotionally charged. Yes, something is weird for my team, for my player, and they would just do what their conscience will tell them. So at that time, all this 42.6 or awarding the match and all, everything was not there. So you can see these two bits in documentary. It's there in YouTube. Many videos are there. You can see. You will have a nice time enjoying that drama.
Yep, sir, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So we will have a session tomorrow again, same time, 8:30. We'll continue with the rest of the law, bat, ball, stumps. We'll have a look at those things, and we'll see you tomorrow, 8:30.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Good night, all.
Yes, good
See you
night, sir.
tomorrow.
Good night, sir.